Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everybody. Hi, people. How you guys doing? Welcome to the quick update here for BTC and Ethereum. We want to make a quick update because right now, in case you guys don't know, it's actually still technically 4th of July celebrations over here in America, and in New York especially, there's a lot of fireworks going off. So you guys are going to hear a lot of fireworks in the background. So we do apologize for that, but my voice should come across clearly here. So the first thing we're gonna, take a look at is, and we want to look at some on-chain analysis here. So, recently Bitcoin has had a little upward movement, especially Ethereum, and we are at what seems to be a small retracement or of sorts, or maybe a consolidation period. So maybe some on-chain data to kind of shed light as to what's going on, and maybe give us some fuel for our decision making in the future. So if we have here, the first chart that we want to look at here is the Bitcoin balance on all the exchanges. Currently, right now, building up to the dump that we had, sorry about the jitter mouse movements here, but over here, around May 10th, starting from a little further back, we were getting this dump for Bitcoin. And one of the things that we could have taken note, obviously around the time we had indicators such as the MACD on the weekly crossing and whatnot, but over here, this orange line is the balance on the exchanges. And generally, when there's a huge influx of BTC balances to the exchanges, which generally means it's coming from cold storage wallets, it means that they're getting prepared to sell off. And in this case, the price capitulated and we sold off. So the thing to take note here is that, it does look like we are seeming to find some strength here and we are trending downward. So this is kind of what we want to see. We want to see that balance of Bitcoin exiting the exchange, because when it's on the exchange and it's a little more dangerous, they have the ability to sell it. We don't want people to sell it. The next chart here on Glassnode that you want to take note of, something that we've been looking at, kind of daily here, is the number of addresses with a balance of 1,000 Bitcoins or more. So as you can see here, in the most recent time, it does look like we may have bottomed out potentially, and we did have a recent upswing in the number of addresses, with that 1K balance or more, and it did look like we were having a retracement on that front as well. But it does look pretty strong in my eyes. What we want to go to next is, let's actually look at the charts. Let's look at what's happening with Bitcoin, so that way we can get a sense, on the actual charts of what's going on. So just give me one moment. I'll pull up my chart here for you all. So we have Bitcoin chart right now, and please do excuse all the fireworks. They're having a little fun here in the background in New York City. So one of the things we were looking at for Bitcoin recently was the potential for, a few patterns playing out. As, Groovy pointed out in previous videos, there was this rounded bottom that we were keeping an eye out for. I can argue that, it actually played out perfectly with the price, capitulating over here. Also, a few other things that that I've noticed before also was a potential for inverse head and shoulder pattern that we had here also playing out, which in this case, the price target was not hit. It does look like we are retracing before the fact, which is not really a bad thing. There could be a chance that this was not the actual pattern. One of the things that our other members was pointing out, Mr. Pete, is that this could potentially be a larger cup and handle pattern that's playing out. So, if this is the case, then we're looking at, something like this. And now, when can we invalidate this? What would be one of the times that we would look for and say, hey, you kind of dumped a little too low. That handle is a little invalidated. Well, generally, the rule is for a cup and handle pattern is that the handle does not exceed generally about 50% of the size of the bowl. And in this case, if we take a retracement from swing low to swing high, our fib retracement, we'll notice here that, we're getting right in those zones. We're at the 0.5 fib level currently, shooting down towards the 0.6. So, one thing that I would look out for is the strength of this actual pattern, being that handle is getting a little large there. So this was the previous target. It does look like we came shy of it, but that's not a bad thing again, So let's go try to find some more semblance here, of what's going on with Bitcoin. What I would want to do is, still look at the previous swing high to swing low, since we are still having price in this zone. So at the moment, it does look like we're trading between the 0.382 fib level as well as the zero point 0.5 fib level here, which is not the worst thing in the world. We did expect a retracement here, but one of the other things I was thinking about, and something that we need to take into account, is this more, you know, I guess you say older diagonal trend line that we've been kind of respecting for a while now. So we are trading at critical support and resistance levels at the moment. And, given that we do have the wave trend that was peaked a few 4-hour candles ago, this is not the ideal situation. But if we do get a bounce from this level, this would be very bullish. I know they say that, hey, the more times that they test a support line, the more chance it's going to break. So this is something that we have to keep into account as well, because the price can't capitulate to the downside. Talking about, Bitcoin and capitulating, we do have Ethereum too. Ethereum, we had a W pattern that was playing out sort of textbook. This first green line here that we have on my screen is actually the neckline of the W. And as you can see, we did have this first leg come down. We formed up to the neck, started forming the right leg, and then in a textbook fashion came down and retested the neckline. And now we're making a move to the upside. So what can we look for actual levels, for these retracements for Ethereum? What we want to do is actually look for the most recent swing low to swing high, which is from here to here. And currently we are seemingly finding some support at the 382 level. That'll be the most ideal place to bounce. The next step would be the 0.5 fib level, which would be another bullish area to bounce. The last stop would be the 618. If we do start touching the 786 level, which is currently right here, if we start touching this level, then I'll start to think that, maybe we're not in an uptrend and there's a chance for lower prices. But everything else is pointing towards us being in an uptrend. For Ethereum, if we look at the Ethereum to BTC valuation here, we're going to see that it's actually doing pretty well. This is the daily candle chart for Ethereum to BTC, and it's been on a pretty constant rip, if you ask me. And so this is something that we want to see. We want to see the strength of these coins. If we take a quick look at the total market cap, we're at, what's that, 769 billion right now for all of the cryptocurrency excluding Bitcoin. If you add Bitcoin, it doubles that. We're at 141. So we are seeing some increase in strength in the market cap, and hopefully, this is an uptrend. But yeah, this is Legal Talent, and this has been a quick little update here. It is the 4th of July. We just wanted to make sure we give you guys an update so you're not left hanging. We do realize it's a holiday, and for some people in the world, not for all. And so, yeah, this has been Legal Talent from Yarcrypto.com. Don't forget to join us in our Discord community if you wish to do so. And yeah, have a great day, guys. Take care.